DIY. Today we are going to design a Lariat necklace using Sam's Bead box subscription for the month of August 2023. That is a coffee lovers box. Okay, I have already made earrings, a necklace, and another earring for that necklace using the box. So these are all the strands of beads that we have available in the box. Apart from the bracelet that we are going to make with Daniel Wicks, and the thing is, the rest of the products I'm using it here, except for the mix, the seed bead mix that we received from the box. I'm not using it. This was from before, so I'm using this mix, and I have cut all the strands, the 8mm, the 6mm Czech glass strands, and the flower beads, and also this I have dumped these, and then these 3mm truck beads, so as the pinch beads in the cream color, and also the heart beads that we received, and this one, and these I saved for the earrings. 2 pairs of earrings I'm gonna do with this necklace. So I have decided what beads I want to use for that. I have put aside those ones, those will be these. So 2 flowers, 2 of these 6mm, and some 3mm drugs and saucer beads. Here as well, this Czech glass table cut beads, the heart beads, some saucers, and the 3mm truck beads. I'm going to use this 0.5mm 0.5mm thread. This is called Galactic thread or something like that, and it's very good because even the lemon seed beads you can thread through this. You can also use 0.5mm Chinese knotting cord, or the best thing to be you can use is Ceylon or silk thread, but I'm going to use this there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread all the beads and then knot the beads. Otherwise you will have to cut your self the amount of thread you want, which is also a good one. To be exact, it will be easier to knot. So let's just take say 10 feet, I don't know, maybe 14 feet I guess of thread. So if you if you thread all the beads and then try to knot, then probably you will have, for every single knot you will take the entire beads and this hole through it. So it's better to cut ourselves the cord. So here for a lariat, the parts that will be hanging is the one that I designed here. So I added the 8mm, the 6mm, the petal bead, the pinch bead, the truck bead, the 6mm saucer beads followed, and finally the heart beads. And these are the patterns that comes inside after this. And then in the back I'm going to use the rounds and the pinch with these 2 beads as well. So these are the ones I'm planning to use. Here is my ruler. So I'm going to measure, say 14 feet of thread is what we need, I guess. So that's 2. So it's 2 feet. So that is 4. 6. 8. 10. 12 and 14 feet, if not more. I'm grabbing another 16 feet to be exact. Don't want it to be less at all. So I will let you guys know exactly how much cord I used. Maybe I won't use that much cord, but I want to make sure that I have as much. So I'm going to just thread all the beads. So first I will start with this. This is the end portion. So lariat comes like it's an open lariat, so I want both the sides to be even. So this is what I came up with. So I will finish this, and I'm also using, as I said, this Mayuki bead mix, Moonstone Mayuki bead mix. You can use any 11 seed beads you want. You just need a little bit. See, when I pulled out one of the strand, I just strung in all the beads with the 11 seed beads in between, and then figured out a pattern which I really liked it. So I put aside the beads that I want for this pattern. So there were totally 10 of the flower beads. 2 I saved for the earring, so the rest I'm using it for the necklace. So this is what I came up with. So I'm just going to go ahead and start threading these beads first. Okay, so first what I'm going to go ahead and do is gonna thread in this bead. Then I'm gonna tie an overhand knot. Okay, one, that's an overhand knot. If you do go through the loop twice, which is a surgeon's knot. That's what I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a surgeon's knot here. So see if the heart is not going out, which it is not. But I would like a little bit of just gonna cut this a little bit. Just gonna add this bead first, add the truck bead next, and then I'm gonna tie. I'm just thinking, what am I doing? Right. Just going to tie the overhand knot, or the surgeon's knot actually. So going through the loop once, and then going through the loop twice, and if possible 3 times. Okay, and then just go ahead and tighten that knot. And now I like the way this sits. And now this is a long, I know it's a long thread, but I'm gonna dump some of this moon glass mix. I'm not going to use the gray or the white. I'm just going to use the peach color and probably the light cream color. So I'm just going to add one here, right? It goes easily. Then 6 millimeter. Then again one of those beads, then a petal bead. So this one I need to make sure it's maybe one more pinch bead. So this is like pretty much a needle, so I don't have to add any glue to it, like how you would add glue to seal on, and then make it strong for you to thread in the beads. It's not needed in this case. So you don't have to have a knot in between every bead. So I'm just going to thread in all these beads and come back and show you guys how I'm gonna knot. Again, this is what it is. I like what I'm looking at, so I did this. Now I need to tie knots. So only this part I did. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hold the end. I'm just going to go ahead and do a slip knot, which is like this. So you can just remove it by like this. So now that I know for sure my beads won't go anywhere, I just move these beads. You can put a knot anywhere you want. I want to put a knot after the seed bead here. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and do this and put this through, and then tie in over here knot. It's a knotting technique. It's a hand knotting technique. I have done this in Chinese knotting cord. Now I'm doing it in this cord, right? And then you move the petal again. I want one more knot right here. I make myself a loop and then transfer that loop to this finger. Hold this finger to my right hand so that this knot I can hold it between my thumb and my index finger and pull the cord. That way the knot will be delivered right next to the bead. So now I move so now I see I move 3 beads down, and then again I go ahead and tie in over here knot, put it through that. You have two fingers. Take one finger off, and then you can transfer it to the other hand. Hold it between your thumb and index finger and pull it so the knot is right there. So now I move 3 beads. The number of knots between this is totally up to you. You don't have to do as many knots as I do. You can do as little knots as possible, but I like to do a couple more knots, so I am just doing it every other bead or every 2 beads once. It depends upon the pattern that I have at hand, right? So then I move 3 beads down, and then just before the petal I do one more knot. See how I hold it, and I transfer that knot to my right hand and then hold it tight, and then hold it between my thumb and index finger and pull it so the knot is delivered. I'll show you guys one more time. It's very easy in Chinese knotting cord. If you're starting with it, I would suggest Chinese knotting cord because that's very easy. So go ahead and wrap it around your fingers, crisscross, and then take this part and put it through that loop between the fingers, right down through the loop. See how I have this? I transfer it around and then put my index finger of my right hand and transfer that loop right here like that. Hold it between my thumb and my index finger and pull it. So this is how I make the knot. It's easy to make the knot. So there is a couple more options as well. I'll show you guys once I'm done a little bit. After this, I'm going to string 2 of these patterns, and then this and this, and I'll be knotting as well. Then come back, do 2 of these sets, and then come back and do this. Okay, I finished knotting up till here, one set completely. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread all the beads. See the sliding knot that I did? Let me show you guys here. You just remove it, it will go away. All you need to do is wrap it around your finger, put your finger through this loop and hold the cord that is away from you. Okay, pinch that cord. Okay, and just pull it. See here, that's a sliding knot, and when you do this it will go away. So this side I will thread in all my beads and then come back and knot it. That way it will be easier. Okay. Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Welcome back. I finished the entire necklace, knotting all the beads. The thing is, I followed a certain pattern, but it's also random at the same point. It's not asymmetrical, but a little bit random. Let me just be clear. I think I showed you guys the start of the lariat portion, right? So I followed the chocolate truck bead, the heart, then 11 seed beads, 6mm Czech glass, and then the petal, followed by 11 saucer, 3mm, and the pinch bead, Czech glass pinch, 3mm saucer, 11 separated by the petals, and then like that I followed a pattern, and then I finished it off here, you can say, right? Then I added the 8mm, then again this pattern, same. Then I followed a section with the flowers. So I added 4 flowers, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. We still have 2 for the earrings. So between these flowers I added a saucer, 6mm, and then 8mm, 8mm separated by 11 saucer, then the flower, and then the 3mm pinch bead, 3mm, and then followed the same pattern here. As you guys can see, this is what I did, right? So this is another section that I did. Okay, so that is 2 sections, which is going to be the end for this as well, right? This I did similarly, and this I will continue to do similarly as this. So I still have some beads left over to add so that I can show you guys another method to knot, right? So this is the back of the necklace, which I randomly did. I should not say I did it exactly, but I did a little bit random, I would say. So here I added this, here it is not there, right? So this part, until this part is the same, and this part is a little bit different. I did maybe a mistake by adding the 6mm, but I really like the color here and there. It's good for me to see. Other than that, I followed the same. See, the beads that I had was only 8mm. Only I had three or 4 of these 6mm. So I added that with the pinch bead, the 3mm, the 11 seed beads. I just followed the same pattern again and again and again. So that's the back of the necklace, right? So coming back here, showed you guys how to hand knot. I did pretty much do hand knotting for the entire necklace. I didn't do any I didn't use any tools at all, but you can use this knotting tool from Bead. This is a knotting tool. Let me show you guys how we can use that. So here we go. I still have some beads to be added, the 11 seed beads. I added all the beads, the 11 seed beads, the 6 mm, the heart, and this. So I have one big knot here, right? Let me tell you guys how to make a knot with this knotting tool, and then I will do these two. So here you go around your fingers and take the end cord inside the loop. Now you add this knotting tool, the needle point of the knotting tool, and then bring this tight, and then see there is a gap here, so pull it all the way down to the bead, okay, and pull this edge and keep it in the V format in this. See this how it goes. So now gently push this, and it will deliver the knot right next to the bead. I didn't have a knot here, but I did put it here because I want to show you guys how to use the knotting tool. Sorry, I keep on saying it knotty tool. Why, I don't know. And that's one of my favorite tool that I possess for jewelry making. But anyways, so the final knot is going to be a big knot. See how I made this knot into a big knot? So I'm going to do the same. For that, I'm not going to use the tool. So go ahead, make a loop. Normally for an overhand knot, you will pull the cord through the loop, and that's it. Now I want you guys to again come back and go through that loop one more time. This is like a surgeon's knot. Actually, you can keep this here. So you can put the needle part here, and then bring it all the way here, and then tighten that up just like that. Okay, so that should do. So there we have our knot uniform to this. So I'm just going to snip off here, just going to keep that little tail, and then take a lighter and just so that doesn't come off. Okay, so that's what we have here. So this is the lariat, and let me measure this for you guys. How many inches are they now? Let's see. So 1, 2, that's 24, 36, and almost 48. So 48 to 50 inches the lariat should be, and it is 48 inch. I'm happy with the necklace. So how you can wear is, you can wrap it around your neck once. Okay, so wrapped around once, and then have this kind of, like a shawl. Let me just see this. This is how you will wear. So this is from Sam's Bead Box subscription for the month of August 2023. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.